thank you for your provisions. I've done it before. Okay. I'm just going to start because, let's see. Or maybe I'll start in 5 more minutes. See if somebody come in. Excuse me. Just had some dates. If you ever got cravings for sweets, dates is it. Anyway, I'm going to talk about how prayer got us here. Hopefully somebody will listen to this later. You know, I kind of knew that prayer got me where I'm at. My prayer, other people's prayers and stuff like that. And I'm realizing more and more praying is action. Meaning you pray or you are into praying. That's an action that you do through certain movements at different times and moments of the time. But then when you go deeper, prayer or praying becomes a living action, because when you pray for specific or certain things, then you want to, let's say for instance, if you're praying for strength, you know, you're asking the Creator to make you stronger, make you more wiser, make you more knowledgeable, make you more less angry, more kinder, or whatever the case may be. Those things that you are praying for or that you pray for in your prayer or prayers are now action things that you need to put forth into action. And the reason why I say that is because the prayer is basically a proclamation, a declaration, a manifestation, a calling, a asking, a yearning, a want pertaining to what you are asking for. And so in asking for that, you are aligning your energies, your physical energies that you have, to bring forth that that you're asking for, that you're praying for. Meaning, the universe is always working in your favor. It's always working in your favor. As long as you breathe in and out, you're being allowed to breathe. So it's always working in your favor, you know? Because you got to remember, the breath is what sustains the life. No breath, no life. Okay, so in the praying, you're now putting forth the action, the doing, the accomplishing or accomplishment of motivation, actions. There has to be actions on your part as well. It has to be. And in praying, you're hearing yourself say, these are some things that I need. These are some things that I desire. These are some things that I want. And in doing that, you are understanding and knowing, as well as hearing, this is what I feel is needed. So in understanding all of that, you work towards that, you move in the frequency and in the flow of that, and now it's you connecting more stronger with the universe. So it's a hand-in-hand accomplishment It's a hand-in-hand giving. It's a hand-in-hand. Oh, how you doing, brother? All right. It's a hand-in-hand of coming together as one. You and the universe. Your thoughts, your actions, your mindset coming in unison and in harmony with the universe. Because like I may mention earlier, the universe is always working in your favor. Each day you get up and breathe in and out, the universe is giving you oxygen. And there's certain things that is working in your favor to keep you healthy, to keep you breathing, to keep you moving, to keep you going. So the universe is always working in our favor. Even when you're at your lowest point or you feel that things are not going right for you, the universe is always working in your favor. And a lot of times we get distracted because we don't even look at, yo, I'm still breathing. I'm still able to walk. I'm still able to see. You know, I got a roof over my head. I do got some good people in my life. You know what I'm saying? I may not be getting the kind of money that I would like to get, but I do got something coming through. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the universe is always working in our favor. So when you pray and you're praying and you're in prayer, remember that when you're asking and needing and wanting, and you're saying these things out loud and you're hearing what your real needs are, if it's sincere, you're going to really hear what your real needs are. And so once you hear what your real needs are, then you can put in steps. You can take little small steps towards taking care of those needs, fulfilling those needs, doing what it is you need to do on your end, working hand in hand with the universe to make sure everything is flowing in the frequency of achieving what it is you're asking for. Because you can pray to God and say, God, I want this. God, I need that. God, do this for me. God, do that for me. But you got to understand that you already got the equipment. You got the brain. You got the feet. You got the hands. You got whatever it is that you got to manifest some things, certain things, specific things. Now, let's look at people who don't have certain things you got. Some people, they're born blind. Some people, they can't walk. Some people, they got certain bodily dysfunctions. But still, you can see that they are doing things that you be like, wow, man, they don't even got a leg, man, or whatever, but they're still doing certain things. They're still achieving certain things with the equipment that they have. And here it is, you may have everything, and, you know, you so caught up in, you know, devaluing what, no, not devaluing, but not valuing what you got. And here it is, somebody who don't even have, maybe what you have is just taking care of specifics. So what I'm saying is that a lot of times we got to work with what we have, what we've been given, and then add different steps and plans to make what we have that may be small bigger, especially if it's something positive. It could be like a small venture. You say, you know what, I'm getting ready to create this. Boom. And once you build on that and you start seeing that, okay, it's all coming together like a brand new lever, then you add other aspects to what it is you're trying to do that's positive, whether it's business, whether it's relationships, whether it's like eating right, whether it's health, whether it's you know, really connecting more to yourself and like loving yourself more, caring for yourself more, doing right by yourself more, and stop, looking at, oh man, this is not going the way, or, all the different things that may not be going the way you would like for it to go, and look at what is working in your favor. Look at what is working for you. Look at what is happening for you, because we all do it. We'll look at everything that's going wrong, and we'll forget all the good things that we already built up, all the good things we already got going, all the different times we got blessed and looked out for, and things just came out of nowhere, and we said, wow, man, I didn't even know that was coming my way, and boom, you got blessed with it. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that praying is more than just you going to whoever you worship and asking for stuff. Yeah, you are asking for stuff, but as you hear yourself ask, especially if you come from your heart, you're going to see what your needs really are, and then you're going to say, you know what, I'm going to work within what I'm asking for, and I'm going to also put forth the effort to obtain it. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when you pray for it and then you put forth the effort to get it, that's when you're going to see the miracle and the manifestation of the work of it happening, of it, like you feeling like, you know what, I remember last year, man, I had asked for this. I asked the universe, put me in a better frame of mind. And then I started reading books about it. I started meditating. I started talking with people. I started, doing healthy things. And I found that I was given what I asked for last year. Where you're more at peace, where you're more happier, where you got less problems with people, and you're really facing up to who you are and what it is you need to do for yourself emotionally, physically, and spiritually, so you can stay right within yourself. Because a lot of times we want to make sure, I need to make it right with this person. And make it right first with yourself. You have to make it right first with yourself. That's the most important thing, because you got to live with you. You're going to be with you. So when you make it right first with yourself, that's when you can see the miracles in your life. You can see and understand life a little bit better, because that means now you're more in touch with yourself. And like that deals with relationships, that deal with love, that deal with all of this stuff that we deal with as human beings. Constantly trying, I'm going to say it again, constantly trying to get more in touch with yourself. Because a lot of times we be so out of touch with our feelings and emotions that we react, or we don't react, or we don't respond accordingly, or don't react and respond at the given time that we need to in order to accomplish or achieve what it is we've been praying for. So we'll miss out. So we want to make sure that try our best to stay in touch with yourself, learn what your feelings mean, learn what your feelings are, learn why you feel and think the way that you feel and think. And like I was speaking about yesterday in the other live, you may have to do some tracing. Now, tracing is something I just came upon last week, because I got another book about crystals, and it's speaking about tracing. Tracing is you may have to go back in time, maybe when you was like a small person, a child or whatever, and look at everything that happened, whatever happened, that you have an understanding that may have affected you in some kind of way, whether it was pain, trauma, whatever. Nobody didn't hug you, you felt less than, low self-esteem, low self-worth, You know, you had bad relationships, you know, whatever, family or whatever. People broke your heart. Or you may even did some stuff where you broke people's hearts, where you didn't care, where you used people, where you abused people, and you didn't care. You were just so into what you wanted and stuff like that. And you want to look at all of that. That's called tracing. And I'm going to like delve deeper into that maybe coming the new year, God willing, because I got like 5 more minutes of this live here, like 7 minutes. So, you know, like, we want to really trace, right, and go back, but go back and understand. We're not going back to condemn. We're not going back to put down. We're not going back to, you know, like say, oh man, I was stupid, or man, no. You're going back to see what really happened, and as you go back, you want to stay in the future, but be able to revisit the past to connect those cosmic dots and understanding what you need to do in the here and now for you. For you, not nobody else. For you. Because you have to live inside of your body. And when you begin to do that, that's when you're going to feel better about life, about different situations, and hopefully not get so overwhelmed by certain things. Some things you will get overwhelmed, especially when it comes to, like, you know, you might, you know, well, I'm a parent, you know, and as a parent, you know, we always, you know, want the child to do right. We don't want nothing to happen to our children and stuff like that. In those particulars, you will feel sometimes a little uncomfortable, a little worried or whatever, because of so many unexpected things in life. But even in that, you got to understand that we live in a world that sometimes strange occurrences, uncertainties, weird stuff, things you didn't even know was going to happen, unexpected stuff, it happens. Stuff go down. And it's not just about parenting, it's about just breathing in and out as you live anyway. Sometimes things happen unexpectedly that you didn't even know what's going to happen, and the shit will just come out of nowhere. You be like, damn, yo, why is this happening to me? Why I keep it, blah, or whatever. So what I'm saying is that you want to be so aware that, you know what, I'm going to get closer to myself, so that as I live, living means you're breathing in and out. As long as you breathe in and out, you are living. Okay? So, as you breathe in and out, you're getting closer to yourself, meaning you're becoming your own best friend, your own best company, loving yourself on a deeper level, because you have to do that. You have to do that. Don't think, oh, everybody going to show you love, they're going to get your back, they got you. You better make sure you got you. You better make sure you got you. So if nobody got you, you got you. I'm going to say that again. Make sure you got you. Even if you got people that got you, make sure you got you. So if push comes to shove, you still got you no matter what comes down the pipeline. And then you can continue breathing in and out and figuring things out as it happens. Because we learn as we go along. Some shit we don't understand. But if you keep going along and keep moving through and staying strong, you'll understand certain things a little bit better. This is why I learned, especially since COVID, you got to have different things that you are doing that is positive to keep you happy, to keep you at peace, so you don't get caught up in this stuff that is going on. You know, and many of y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to get into it. So, getting back to prayer, praying, and prayers being answered. The universe, I want you to say, the universe is always working in my favor. Say your name as you say it. I'm going to say, Gary, don't worry. The universe is always working in your favor. Tell yourself that when you feel some kind of way. And even if you don't always feel like how I'm saying, pull yourself out, pull yourself up, pull yourself back into thinking more clearly and seeing things more clearly. Because sometimes you will get upset, you will get angry, you will feel fear, you will feel certain things because you are a human being. You got feelings, you got emotions, and some things you cannot escape. That's part of living. You're going to feel some stuff. But make sure you got things set up in your life, your little go-tos and your go-tools that's going to refocus you, redirect you, and hopefully get you back on track to where you can be feeling, okay, I went through that shit hurted. I went through that was a loss. I went through that, I'm still trying to understand it or whatever, but you still got to keep pushing forward until you eventually leave up out of the physical realm. And that's the reality for all of us. So, while you're breathing in and out, focus on, okay, I got 2 minutes. Focus on you becoming closer to yourself. Number one. Focus on you becoming closer to yourself. That's number one. Number two, if you don't have things that you're doing that are positive, that's going to keep you uplifted, even if you go through trying times or whatever, figure it out. Many of y'all know we offer consultations where you can talk, and I'll listen, and we can give you some tools that you will need or use to help you. That's two. Number three, look at different things that are creative, whatever it is. If it's writing poetry, if it's knitting, yoga, whatever it is that is good, positive meditations, and start doing more of those things to offset the negativity that you have inside of you and the negativity that's outside of you. We all got negativity in us, all of us. It's a poison. So if you got things that is positive that you do, when your negative self comes or negativity comes, you can say, hold up, I'm not going to even let myself go there with my negative self. You got to be honest and say, yo, there's some things about me that is negative. It's in all of us. I don't care how many spiritual books you done read, how many whatever, we all got negativity in us. The key is looking at what your negative traits are and working on them and learning, hopefully, how to control them better, and then eventually master them to where they are no longer producing problems in your life or problems inside of you that nobody knows about. Because a lot of stuff, we just be in our own head creating this movie in your own head. You're the star, you're all the characters and all of that, and then you be like you be imploding inside, and then you wonder why, or we wonder why we feeling like that. So we want to have different go-tos. Go-to, meaning things you go to that you do, which are the go-tos. Because the go-tos now are your tools that are positive to keep you together. Keep you together during COVID or anything that may happen in your life. You got your own life path sources, which is your go-tos that's going to keep you together so you can keep smiling, you keep learning, you keep growing, you keep getting more in touch with yourself, and then you align yourself with those people who are doing positive things, that where y'all can come together and everybody gets strength and energy from one another. If you have that. If you don't have that, then it's okay. You got you. And you got a nation already inside you. You got planets already inside you. You got billions of cells. They are your friends, and they're always working in your favor. Your legs keep you walking, your arms, your eyes, your brain. So you already got family. You got the universe is already in you. But we sometimes get distracted by materialism, thinking, oh, I need this, I need that. You know, I remember back in the day, the 3 primary words was food, clothing, and shelter. Remember those 3 primary words? Food, clothing, and shelter. And then it took on another spectrum because we started looking outside of ourselves, right? And then television and then different frequencies came, and then it created these thoughts in our head, and we thought we needed certain things, and we find out we never needed those things. So those things are now sitting up in our closet collecting dust. You know what I'm saying? But if we go back, before we were like caught up in this, you know, it was strictly, yo, food, clothing, and shelter. You got food, you good. You got clothing, decent, clean clothes, you good. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is sometimes we got to go back to the basic, simple stuff way before we got caught up in all this other stuff, and just say, you know what? I'm good. I'm all right. I got food. I got clothing. I got shelter. And it don't have to be name brand and this and that, as long as your clothes are clean, and you know what I'm saying? And it suffices your needs at that given time. Because you will save money like that. And not only that, you won't be feeling like, yo, I gotta, like, you know, have what everybody else have. You want to find what's comfortable for you, and if you see yourself caught up in that, pull yourself out of it, because it's an illusion to get you to spend your money. That's all it is. It's an illusion for you to go spend your money, and then later it's going to sit up in your closet. So, food, clothing, and shelter. Okay, listen, I got 2 more minutes, okay? So, and I'm going to start walking. So, getting back to prayer, praying, and pray. As you pray or you are praying, just remember that after you say all of that, if you're coming from a sincere place, you're going to hear yourself say what you really need. Like if you just get sincere, say, yo, man, this is what I need, God. I messed up. Or I messed up. This is what I need. You're going to hear yourself say what your situation is, say what your problem is, because you're coming sincere, because that's it. It's the end of the road. And like, you can't front no more. You know what I'm saying? So life is really looking at you in the face. Now, you can do 2 things. You can write down as you hear yourself say or after. But the key is, after you done said all of that, now you got to get up and start taking the necessary steps to manifest what you asked for. Why? It's not going to fall out the sky. It's not. It's not. But let me tell you what I found out about praying. When you begin to take the small steps, or matter of fact, let me show you my Lemurian quartz. We have these, y'all. Yeah. As I was doing the live, something told me to pull out. Lemurian quartz is powerful. You know, I'm going to post some more information about it. But anyway, as you pray to the Creator, pray to whoever you pray to, just remember, you have to now get up, start taking little small steps. In other words, whatever you can do, do. It could be like 1 or 2 steps. But as long as you're taking the steps. And then over time, once you have gotten into, right, like disciplining yourself. I'm trying to wave at you forever, your lady, but it's not letting me do that. But I know you hear my voice. I appreciate all of y'all. Okay? And my sister, Miss Sky, 34. Anyway, even though it's just 2 of y'all, to me, 2 of y'all is like 2,000 people. You know, because everybody ain't got to hear the message. But I'm thinking about making the page public, but I'm still in the process of figuring out my branding, you know, because I make a lot of jewelry that I don't want nobody copying, so I have to make sure that my branding is right. So if somebody's making something, not everything, but there's certain stuff that I make that I want to brand. That's why the page is private, but that's another step. So let me just I'm going to keep the point. Case in point is praying, and prayer is something that you have to do. I mean, after you did the prayer, Now, you got to put in the footwork. I'm not going to say you have to, but I'm suggesting. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm going to give you a personal, real-life story from my own life. Right? I'm going to put the phone down for a second. I'm going to look at the time. Okay, now I'm going to start walking. But now, the reason why I'm saying this is because after you pray, like you say, God, help me. God, do this for me. God, do that for me, right? So after you pray, what you want to do is you want to start looking at and hearing yourself pertaining to what you ask God for, right? And if you're coming from a sincere place, I know I'm repeating myself. I tend to do that. Sometimes we got to hear it over and over until we understand it. And then sometimes we got to keep saying it over and over until we get it. And another thing too, sometimes we got to keep going through the same old until we wake up and understand, oh, this is how, this is how it's supposed to go. This is how it works. Now remember, I need to say this, because every live I do, it's not about us looking down on ourselves. It's not about you feeling sorry for yourself, and it's not about you putting yourself down because you may not have understood how life works or understand how life works. We all are still learning. We all are still growing. We all are still slowly putting the pieces of life together. I will say this. Life is set up a certain way. And this is what came to me, I think maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Life shows everyone mercy. I'll say it again. Life shows everyone mercy. But when life has to do what life has to do, it shows no one mercy. Yeah. And that's what I had concluded after looking at different situations. I said, wow. So what I'm saying is that the universe has always been working in your favor. And I want you to say it. Say your name. I'm going to say my name. Gary, the universe has always been working in my favor. It has. Because it allows you to breathe. So, in understanding that life has a certain system. It has a system. And if you don't believe that it don't have a system, all you got to do is look at how nobody lives forever, right? Everybody one day will leave the earth. I don't care how pretty you are, how good you look, how much money you got, how much money you ain't got, what kind of house you live in. You know what I'm saying? So that there is the answer to everything. So what I'm saying is that just focus on what you need to do for yourself. Have many creative things, creative possibilities that you are doing either daily or 2-3 times out of the week. But make sure you have these things set up so this way you can really be living and feeling good about living no matter what's going on in your life. Like whatever happens or don't happen, you got things that you do. Like I have a few things that I do myself. Multiple things, and I do them daily. And sometimes I be like, man, I'm tired, but then I be like, yo, man, do it, man, because I can remember I wasn't even doing those things, and now I'm doing those things, and the creative process is so beautiful. I said, nah, man, let me just keep doing it. But some days I take a day or two off, like, doing my music and stuff like that, because sometimes I feel like, okay, I need a fresh look. But there's certain things that I do, I do like form of yoga in the morning and stuff like that, and it sets the tone for my day. So let me just kind of like wrap it up. So what I'm basically saying is this here. Life has a system. If you rewatch this live, you're going to understand what the system of life is. But if you look at your life, you will understand the system of life. All you got to do is look at your life. Sit still. So remember, prayer It's a calling, it's a proclamation, it's a declaration, right? It's a need, it's an asking for. But remember, when you're coming from a sincere place, that exact particulars that and issues or problems or situations, you're going to hear them. And then that's how you're really going to know what the situation is and what you have to do to bring a unison and a harmony pertaining to what you're asking for. And in all of that, you will find an opening of peace, a love, of kindness, and joy, and understanding. Because it's all a test. And this is why we got to have certain things that we do to keep us together, so we don't go crazy, so we can keep smiling, and so we can also learn that if we are wrong, we can humbly say, I need to do more work on myself because I'm a little bit off. Because at the end of the day, you want to be at peace. It's not about the money, even though we need money. It's not about all the stuff we got, this and that. It's all an illusion. Because when you get certain situations going on, you'll see the reality. Man, that's not important no more. Been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? It's not about putting down either. So, as I always say, I didn't intend on saying a lot of what I'm saying, but I'm going to tell you, even if nobody didn't come on and listen, I still was going to record it because it's a healing for me. I'm healing, we dealing, we elevating. There's a new year around the corner, even though technically the new year starts in spring, but that's another story. So remember, praying is a calling, but it's also a doing and action on your part. It's all cosmic.